And good morning, everyone. Welcome to Portal to the Infinite, your guide to humanity's ascension. Now, today, I want to build on what I talked about yesterday regarding meditation, because I want to teach you about some aspects that you may never have considered and give you some food to chew on, so to speak, spiritual food, of course. So, when we meditate, what are we really doing? Well, we're trying to connect to, of course, the universe, our higher self, our guides, our ancestors, our angels. We're connecting basically with the greater version of who we are in the all that is, because we are all that is. You are all that is. So, the question I have is, since meditation is our way of taking control over our own individual mind, our subconscious mind, which of course is where all the programming goes. Since most of us are walking around, or have been walking around our whole lives, completely oblivious to the fact that we are infinite, indestructible souls, we therefore take on so many beliefs and ideas about the world and about ourselves, about other people, that then begin to become part of our reality. And it all happens because we believed in it, we accepted it as truth, and then we go on from there. We just keep piling on these beliefs. But for most people, the beliefs are negative and they are limiting. And I always say that when you pay attention, remember, the most important skill to develop is self-awareness, because self-awareness is the key to self-improvement. Because if you're not aware of the words you speak, the beliefs you hold, your energy, how people feel about you, how you make people feel when you're in their presence, well, how do you grow then? So you have to be aware. That is the most important part. So part of this awareness is to become aware, as I always tell you, of the words that come out of your mouth. Because the words that come out of your mouth will give you away, meaning they'll let you know and become aware of your subconscious beliefs. For instance, how many of you say things like, this stuff always happens to me, just my luck? How many of you say that? Are you aware that you say that? When things happen to you that you would prefer don't happen, do you immediately say, just my luck? Because guess what you're doing? You are revealing to yourself that you have a belief that these types of negative things and unfortunate circumstances always happen to you because for some reason you have bad luck. That's a belief. And that belief will manifest itself and play itself out time and time again until you stop believing that. So how many times have you said things such as, it really stinks to get old. I'm getting old, right? Well, that's a belief. And that's where I want to take this today, because, and I could speak on this personally. Now, I'm 53 years old. I don't feel 53. I don't look 53. In fact, I ran into someone recently whom I had not seen in 10 years. Now, he had aged. He looked at me, and he says, I didn't think it was possible that it was you. He said, how is it possible that you haven't aged? You look exactly the same. And he was literally flabbergasted by it. And I get that everywhere I go from a lot of people. You know, people who see me all the time may not notice anything, but they all realize, they say, my God, he looks great for his age. But then there are people that I may not have seen in a long time, and they're always amazed, totally amazed. So what is my secret? Very simply, I know that my physical body, and when I say I, this applies to everyone. Remember, I'm no different from you. I'm just a different sliver of the all that is, acting out the life of me. But I know that my physical body is an extension of my consciousness. It is a representation of my state of consciousness. My consciousness will shape and form my physical body based upon the beliefs I have about it. So about 7-8 years ago, having learned about epigenetics, the idea that our genes are not static, that they can be changed through our intentions. And remember, our energy flows where our attention or intention goes. So as I say, I began to affirm every day youthfulness. I began to, in my meditations, visualize how I'd like to look, the kind of body I have to look, I'd like to look like, being in shape. I began to affirm thicker, fuller hair, youthful, radiant skin, and of course, everything about me looking youthful and glowing. Now, why did I do this? I know some people say, well, that sounds very vain of you to be into your appearances, and say, well, it's not vanity. It's the same reason why when people who have near-death experiences report on having met beloved loved ones in spirit, when they went to the other side, as people call it, it's the same reason why their grandmother or their grandfather looked like they were in their 30s. Because once you're back in spirit and you realize who and what you are at that point, well, then who's going to want to look old? Maybe some people do. That's your choice, by the way. You could look any way you want to look. And this goes just beyond the looks. You see, I'm affirming perfect health. So I will, while I'm meditating, I will affirm things such as every cell in this body is perfect and working perfectly. And every organ is perfect and working perfectly. Every system is perfect and working perfectly. And that I look and I feel 15 years younger than I am. And what I like about when people ask me or say, my God, well, what's your secret? I always say, there is no secret. Well, unless maybe you don't know about something, but nobody's keeping it a secret. It's just the fact that I know that my physical body is a representation of the state of my consciousness. And my consciousness rejects the idea that I'm getting old, you see? Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to reverse. At 53, I'm not going to become 33 in terms of physical age, because I've been on this planet for 53 years, going on 54. But instead, I'm affirming constantly. It's part of who I am as I walk around every day. I feel youthful. I see myself as someone who is youthful. Now, here's the other thing to expect. When you begin this process of affirming youthfulness and you command your cells to be perfect and everything in your body to be perfect, your skin, your hair, everything, perfect health, just affirm it. In the beginning, you may not necessarily believe it. And it's not like you're going to wake up the next morning, because I know what people do. The first thing they're going to do after their first meditation is go look in the mirror. See, because most people look in the mirror, and if you believe you're getting old, then you're going to look for signs you're getting old. You're looking for those more wrinkles. You're looking for the gray hairs coming in. You're looking for sagging skin. You're looking for aches and pains in the morning. Why? Because you're expecting it, because we've been told that when we grow old, this is what happens. But who told us this? People. What do they know? So everybody expects to age. But if you realize that you don't have to, now I'm not saying you're going to be 80 and you're going to look 50 or whatever. You're always just going to look great. You're going to be in perfect health. You're going to feel great. Certainly you want the wisdom of your years to shine through. I don't want to look like I am 33. I want to look like someone at my age who looks incredible and who has the wisdom of all of those years. Because that's what life brings you as you age year after year. You grow in wisdom. Now, here's what's going to happen when you begin this process. I've been doing it for years. It never stops. I will never stop affirming my youthfulness. Is that your body, your intuition, will guide you to new foods, changes in lifestyle, and changes in activities that you need to do that are going to help you fulfill your new command of your body. So I was led to change my diet, and I eat all real foods. I don't eat any processed food whatsoever. If it has a label on it, I won't eat it. Maybe a couple of Doritos, a couple of times a year at a holiday party, because I don't buy them. They're not in my house. No seed oils. Go back to real fats. We were lied to about all that for years. Real fats such as olive oil, coconut oil, butter, ghee, lard, or beef tallow. For thousands of years, humans consumed animal fats. And then for some reason, 50, 60 years ago, we were told, nope, not good. Don't eat any of that. They cause heart disease. So everybody turned to margarine. They stopped using butter. Everybody turned to vegetable oil, which there's nothing vegetable about it. And they started putting all of these processed foods on the supermarket shelves. And what's happened over the last 50, 60 years as they've done that, especially over the last 30 years? Chronic disease has increased. Heart disease, diabetes, and how about weight, obesity? When I was a kid in the 70s, there was nobody who was chubby. No, certainly not the kids, because we were so active. We were out and about. And my God, we drank so much soda, but that's when soda had real sugar. We ate so much sugar, but we burned it off. We were active. So I was led to change my diet. I was led to do various different things and various supplements, things of that sort. And I'm not going to tell you what they are, only because now they're all available. There's nothing special. I'm not on any kind of prescription. I don't take testosterone replacement therapy. I've raised my testosterone on my own, mostly by eating a diet very high in red meat. You know, that other thing they told us was no good for us, but is actually one of the most nutrient-dense foods you can eat, giving your body what it needs. The only thing more nutrient-dense than steak, beef, would be the liver of the cow. And nobody likes liver. I've tried it. Ugh. Oh, my God. It is the most nutrient-dense. There's no doubt about it. But I just can't get past the taste. But anyway, I eat eggs, lots of eggs, loaded with B vitamins, lecithin. So I began to be stronger. Now, I go to the gym. I don't work out like a madman. I spend more time at the gym talking, and I have spiritual conversations with with all the various people that I've become friends with over the years at the gym. But I don't work out like a crazy person. Not at all. I do just enough. Just enough. And I have what I consider to be a great physique, a good build, perfect, beautiful skin, thick, full hair. Some people say, is that really your hair? I say, yeah, it's my hair. So I have to hold up the little part. Now, you could see what I look like. Those of you, if you're listening to this, and again, this is new, I'm still not promoting it out there. I'm only promoting it among people, certain people I know, and just figuring people on YouTube will find this. If they resonate, they'll be led to this. But you can go on my channel. There's plenty of videos of me where I just talk about different topics. I'm on camera, and you could see what I look like. And I think I look good. And that's not an egoic thing, because you could all do this too. Just stop believing in aging. Stop believing in getting sick, although sometimes you'll be led to maybe get a cold or something because you need to rest. Your body's going to tell you, hey, you've got to rest. Your body will always tell you what it needs. Like there are times I'll have certain yens for specific fruits or things that I normally don't eat, but my intuition tells me, eat this. And only for a little while. And then all of a sudden, I have no desire anymore. That's my body saying, okay, you got what you needed. You're fine now. So it is a way of, you have to use your intuition. It will guide you into all directions. It will tell you the food you need, the lifestyle choices you have to change. There's only one thing I do that might be considered by some to be, that's not really that good, is it? But because I drink lots of water, and I use a water filter because I don't want any of those chemicals, and I definitely don't want fluoride in my water. Same thing with your toothpaste. Don't get toothpaste with fluoride. Get this Dr. Bronner, I believe, is the name that I use. It's available on Amazon. It's not an ad, by the way. I'm just telling you what I do with my toothpaste. So all of these various things will change, and they'll present themselves to you. Whatever you need, however you see yourself, if you can visualize yourself, the body that you want to have, the health that you want to experience, if you can see yourself as that, hold that vision within. Because this goes back to the old act as if, because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference. So if you're acting in your mind, if you feel and see yourself as being youthful and in great shape and strong and vigorous, that's exactly what you will have. It takes time, as I said. Don't run to the mirror the next morning and expect to look 15 years younger. It's a gradual thing, after all, because your cells have to recreate themselves. And instead of a newer cell becoming a less version of its previous self, my newer selves become younger versions of their previous self. And it's worked. And I feel great. And I really do this more or less as an example of what we are and what we can do. So when people, that's why I love it when they say, what's your secret? I say, there's no secret. It's all in the mind. How do you see yourself? Do you get up in the morning and say, I'm getting old? Because if you say that, then you will have what you say. You are dictating the quality of your life, your body, to your consciousness. And it's just going to give you what you ask for. It's going to give you what you believe. Because what you believe is what you become. So give it a try. Those of you who are older. I know a lot of the younger people I speak to at the gym, I mean, they're young. Most of them are in their early 20s. They're not aging yet. That starts at 25. But start at a young age by saying, I don't age. You'll look, as I say, you have to have the appearance of years somewhere on your face, meaning the wisdom in your eyes. I'm not saying gray hairs or wrinkles, but I'm saying that the wisdom of your years is what you want to show. So for younger people, just start affirming that I am youthful. I am eternally youthful. I am in the greatest shape of my life. I am healthy, and I am led to and eating all of the foods and engaging in the lifestyle habits that are all serving me in my highest and greatest good to maintain a youthful body and vigor. And as I was about to say, and I got off track, the one thing I do that some people say isn't good, is I love red wine. I can't help it. I love it. I don't like liquor. I don't drink liquor. Maybe once a year I'll have a Manhattan around the holidays. Beer, beer bloats me. I don't like beer. But I love red wine. I drink it every day. Now, if I believed that this was impacting me in a negative way, then guess what? It would. But if I don't, then apparently it doesn't. So I'm not saying that you have to live the perfect life, and I'm not saying you can't have a Dorito here or there every now and then, or maybe go have a nice, go to one of these fast food places. I haven't had fast food in decades. And again, these things, doing them every now and then is not the end of the world, but doing them regularly is going to add to your long-term issues because all of these foods contain, as a matter of fact, Bobby Kennedy Jr., as he said, and he's going to be, if Trump wins, Bobby's going to be put in charge of overhauling all those, the FDA, the CDC, because we allow 1,000 chemicals in our foods here in the United States that are not allowed in the European Union. Now, I don't worry about any of that because I don't eat processed foods. I don't eat foods that have an ingredients label. And by the way, the beef I eat has no hormones, no antibiotics. Same with the chickens. They're hormone-free, antibiotic-free. So they're not as big as some of those chicken breasts that you'll see in the store that look like they come from a turkey rather than a chicken. And that's because they've been blown up and also fed to grow up and be, to just be as plump and as fat as possible. But what you eat, you become. But also I bless, every time I eat, I bless the food. I bless the cow that gave of its life that I might be nourished. I bless the ranchers who grew that cow, fed that cow may become food. I also bless the chickens, even the eggs. I bless the chickens that lay the eggs. So when you bless your food, you are putting a positive intention on it, that it comes into your body and it does what it's supposed to be. It nourishes your body. So always give, again, gratitude is so important, folks. So much of what I discuss, topically on each show, is always tied in with everything else. Remember, this is a holistic approach to soulful living. Every part of it, every area of it. That will always be the subject matter around this show and around anything that I do. Now, I believe, that's why I always say your guide to humanity's ascension, I believe humanity is ascending, and I think everybody else sees it as well. If people don't, if you're listening to this show, you see it. If you don't see it, you wouldn't find the show. You wouldn't click on it. You wouldn't listen to it. So if you're here because your higher self led you here, that perhaps there's something I'm saying in this show or in every show that will resonate with you and help you as you grow on your spiritual path, just as I was helped and am continued to be helped. Remember, ask for guidance. You are always supported. You are always loved. You don't see it because it's in spirit where we all come from, But your guides, your ancestors, angels, they're all right there for you. Ask and you shall receive. They will come through with flying colors to help you and assist you. All you have to do is make that intention and focus upon it every day. So when you meditate, see the greatest version of your body. And even if you're someone, let's say you want to lose 50 pounds, begin to see yourself in your mind's eye as that slender, new version of you. And then you will be led to the activities, the lifestyle changes, the foods, or the change of foods, by the way, removing things from your diet, possible supplements, whatever you need, whatever it is that will get you to that physical image that you hold in your mind's eye will be given you. So, what are you doing today? Are you affirming health and youth? Or are you saying, I'm getting old? So don't say those words and stop saying it's just my luck. Well, pay attention to the words that come out of your mouth. That will show you what you truly believe. And what you truly believe is what you truly experience. And if you want to change your experience, you must change your beliefs. And to change your beliefs, meditation is one of the greatest ways to do it. And affirmations as well. Affirm what you want every day, all day long. Why not? You can do it in the shower. You can do it in the car. You can do it while you're walking. Write out that list of all your affirmations of everything you want and desire and affirm it, and it will be yours. But you have to allow the universe to rearrange itself around all of your desires and dreams to make them come to pass in the best way possible, in your greatest and highest good. Always remember that. That's exactly how the process happens. Nothing's going to happen immediately. Remember, we're in a lag time here. We could see it in our imagination, which is the fourth dimension. But then the physical, which is the most dense of all the realms, it takes a little while to catch up. That doesn't mean there aren't miracles where things just happen. That could happen. But most of the time, this is the way it is. This is how we learn. We get up every day. We affirm who and what we are and what we desire and what we want to be. We see ourselves being and living that life. We feel what it would feel like to be and live that life. And we know without a shred of a doubt that in the unseen, everything is being worked out. The timing, the ways it's going to happen, because that's not our job. Don't tell the universe what you want, and they say, but it's got to come from this direction. Just affirm, and you will. You will see amazing things. You will experience changes, the likes of which you couldn't imagine. But the best way to do it is to know that you're going to look back over time and say, wow, look at all of that. So that's it for today, folks. That's today's episode. I hope you liked it. If you like this, please click the like button. Please subscribe and possibly share this with somebody that you feel may find it useful. And don't forget, I'm on Twitter X, as my handle there is @AwakenedSoul71. I also share these on Twitter because I find that I can't post the link from the YouTube video because Twitter X doesn't even allow that to show up. I mean, the link will be there, but there'll be used to be a screen capture of the video. Can't do it anymore. So because I know that people on Twitter X respond more to when they see pictures or videos, I upload these separately to Twitter X. I prefer everybody would come to YouTube, but hey, that's the way it goes. So that is the show for today, folks. So have a great day. Make sure your affirmations are affirming what you want, not what you don't want. You are the creator of your reality. You can be, do, have, and experience anything you desire. You have that power as an eternal soul. All the creative power of the universe comes through you, rests within you, and is your birthright. You are the universe, having an experience known as you. Make it the best experience it could ever be. That's why you're here, to learn and to grow. And I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Take care.